How do blind people vote?
readinginthedark.biz.
How do blind people vote? Hi, my name is John Bailey, and I'm the blind guy who sees options. Well, I'm going to tell you that how simple it is today to vote if you've got any sort of vision impairment. Vision impairment anymore isn't any excuse for not voting. You have that right. You really should exercise that right. So I'm going to tell you a bit about my experience, and then today how things are different and so much simpler. When I first turned 18, it was an election year, and I didn't know anything about elections or how to do it. So I went to the election place and said, I'm vision impaired. I will need help filling out the ballot. Well, back then, they got quite frazzled about it. They were quite confused, didn't know how to do it because I guess blind people didn't vote. So it took a little bit, but I did eventually get sighted assistance. That was before the days of technology and talking this and that. So you had to fill out a form. Today, it is just so much simpler to vote, and you really should take advantage of it if you can. So let's say you've got two options. First option is you can vote absentee. The pros to that is you can do it at your leisure. No big lines. Just go to the voting place wherever they take absentee votes. I guess you could also get them in the mail. I go to their office and just fill out the form there, and boom, it's done. No worry. Don't have to worry about getting time off from work or anything on election day. Second option, let's say you do want to vote on election day. You got a thing for standing in line. Well, that is actually quite simple. Okay, remember, take your ID. In a lot of states, you have to have an ID, vision impaired or not. Well, you go to the registrar there, the person who's running the voting, and tell them, I would like assistance filling out a ballot. Well, they'll tell you about two options. The first option is that you can use a talking machine to fill out your ballot. Basically, you put on a pair of headphones, they set it up for you, turn on speech, and then you're able to see or hear what the options are, and then make your choices, review that those are the ones you want, and say, yes, this is it, let's make it happen. A lot of people like that. They really do like the privacy. That's one big benefit. What I like to do is I just want to get in there and get out because there's usually a long line, and I really don't care who knows who I vote for or what I vote for. So I go to the registrar, show them my ID, and I said, I would like sighted assistance filling out the paperwork. They go, okay, fine. Takes a minute or two to fill out a form saying, yes, I am aware that I'm filling out the form. Somebody else is going to fill it in for me, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. So, and then, they ask me the questions. I tell them what to fill in, and Bob's your uncle. I'm done. They give me the form because I like to do this part. And in Virginia, we have scanners. You fill in dots, but you run it through a scanner. I put the form into a scanner, my vote counts. It was a lot more challenging in the early days when I was voting. People were really confused. Today, people are so into making voting accessible to everyone. So there are ways to vote if you have any sort of vision impairment. Vision impairment doesn't have to be an excuse anymore for not voting. So exercise your rights. Exercise your option to choose your own future by voting.
readinginthedark.biz.